Hi, Original Soul. Welcome into this Capricorn season reading. We'll do a Celtic cross and see what the vibe is here. We're just kind of day one into the season when I'm recording this. So I don't know how your energy is going or has been. But let's see here what energy we get. And I hope you're doing really well. Again, thanks for being here. All right, so let's get energy sort of at the heart of you. What is going on? Knight of Rods. All right, so this could be about passion. This could be about maybe taking a stand for something. For some of you, this could maybe even have to do with like sibling or something with family. But I'm really getting this vibe of like moving forward and taking action. All right, so I don't know if that fits for you at all. Let's see what might be blocking you, or maybe it's something that's helping you. Ooh, 8 of Swords. All right. So we've got the 8 of Swords here in the position, again, that's either helping you or blocking you. So for some of you, right, if this is a block, this is definitely feeling stuck. This is in your mind. I literally just finished a weekly reading that had to do about kind of fear, having control, and being unable to move forward, which is all a mental thing, right? I'd also mentioned Devil's Tower, which I feel like this reminds me of Devil's Tower as well. So that might be an important place for somebody. Such a beautiful spot. Okay, so for some of you, what is holding you back is your mind. Right? You might not be checking in with your intuition. You may be keeping yourself totally stuck, kind of hands tied behind your back, like there's nothing you can do. And that might be preventing you from taking this action and moving forward. All right, for others of you, if this is something that's actually helping you, this could be about you've thought about it for a while, right? You know what you want to do. You've put a lot of mental effort into it, all right? But it's time to kind of get out of that phase of planning and strategizing and move forward, okay? All right, so that's what we've got so far. Let's see here. What is on your mind? We got 2. All right. Definitely for some of you, this is about choices or potentially about love relationship, okay? Let's see here. We've got the Moon and the Queen of Rods. Look how light and bright this card is. And then, of course, the moon. We're at nighttime here. We've got a big full moon. Next full moon coming up is in Cancer. So that definitely can be about nurturing, about your feelings, even mother energy potentially. So for some of you, what's on your mind might have something to do with a mother figure in your life. And maybe there's been a little bit of blockage even in that sense, right? Like she's the queen, what she says goes, all right? But you may have some sort of hidden feelings or something that you've suppressed related to that. For others of you, this could be something really creative that maybe you've been working on and has been kept under wraps, or you have some sort of maybe secret or hidden talent. It's a talon, right? Like an eagle or a falcon. So maybe those birds are significant. We do sort of have this bird looking figure here on this card. All right, so for any of you where this is about your family, right, this could be kind of going against something that your family has maybe put in place or been sort of imposing on you, right? And you've been secretly wanting to go in a different direction. And again, this could also just be about a talent or a hidden passion or something that you're going to start pursuing and you've really been thinking about that. All right, let's see here. Okay, let's seems like too many. Let's try that again. But it could be the end of a cycle. I just saw the World card come out. End of a cycle, end of a pattern, maybe stepping out onto the world stage, or again, making whatever this hidden thing is known, whether it's a talent or just something that you think or that you want to say, right? Speaking of what you want to say, we've got 8 of Wands, communication. All right, so that's coming into the reading. There could have been communication recently, or there's about to be some sort of communication. This is also a lot of like action and activity. So you could be really, really busy right now, or just in this recent past here. But I'm getting the feeling this has to do with communication. As I was just saying, maybe there's something that you want to say, or maybe you did say something. Maybe you even blurted something out, right? Have you ever done that where like you've been holding it in and then you finally just get like mad or angry, or you just can't take it anymore and you just like blurt it out? Sometimes that doesn't always come out in the best, but then it's out there, right, in front of everyone. We do have the Tower at the bottom of the deck right now. So this, again, could be something that was a little bit shocking or jolting, or like I said, maybe just happened really quick. Or maybe you didn't quite mean for it to come out that way, or maybe this is, again, from another person. Maybe somebody has said something to you recently that does have you, like, seeing something differently or realizing something. All right, so there is just a lot of strong energy in this reading right now. So really, for some of you, this could be your family. And maybe, you know, things have always been a certain way, or there's been certain expectations. And you're sort of maybe turning your back on some of that so you can do things for yourself, right? Sort of carve your own way, go your own way, do what inspires you, what comes up for you in your intuition. All right, let's see here. What is the root of the matter here? 4 of Swords. All right, you could have taken a little bit of a break or a rest. Maybe you've meditated, trying to get a little bit more peace. You know, 4s are about stability. Sometimes that can be about stagnancy. Maybe you've had to protect yourself a little bit so you don't kind of take in what others have been saying to you. All right, so that could have something to do with this, again, where maybe you've realized something, or you had to take a break from something to really see more clearly, so you're able to move forward. Got another Queen at the bottom of the deck, so this could have to do with either females in your life or your own feminine energy. And it does kind of feel like another person, right? Like you're trying to get your head straight. All right, let's see what wants to come out in the future. We've got 2 cards here. All right, 5 of Swords and 2 of Pentacles. All right, so like I was just talking about, maybe something got blurted out, or you just kind of said something and that maybe shocked some people, or it could have even hurt somebody's feelings. Or again, this could have happened to you. Like somebody said something in a way where you kind of realize their true intentions or their true nature, and you've maybe sort of had like sort of a veil or illusion about that person for a while. So there could be a fight or an argument coming up, definitely, right? 5 of Swords can be about some sort of battle. So this could be with words. This could be in your own head of like, which way do I go? What do I do? And as I was just saying that, right, the 2 of Pentacles, that can be about choice and like weighing out your options. Right? Things in your situation may be a little bit stormy, or maybe not even stormy, but just a little bit turbulent. Maybe there's some of those kind of waves, bigger waves being made, right? But you're ready to move forward, like I said at the beginning, on your own journey. All right, let's see if we can get a little bit more here. So yeah, like I said, definitely choice energy. Coming in here. Yeah, this is about your internal state, your internal environment. King of Swords. So this is finding clarity. This is getting more clear. Like I said, maybe you recently did kind of take a time out, take a break, get back into your own headspace instead of maybe listening to everyone else. Or again, there could have been some sort of shocking discussion. Something was blurted out or said. And that's really had you maybe rethinking some things or realizing, what you have been thinking or why you've been stuck, and you're ready to move forward. All right, so you could be cutting something out, someone out. This could be a habit, or, maybe you, again, take a break from a person. This is communicating your decisions and choices. And, king status. So it's like you know what you want to do. You definitely have the clarity. And this is something for your growth, right? That you feel like you need to do. For your soul's growth, for your mental health. So yeah, you're in this King of Swords energy here. Really strong, kind of fixed in your position. Right? No longer taking shit or letting others dictate what you're going to do here. Dropped like half the deck there. Definitely ending burdens and cycles. The energy around you, this could be others or just sort of external environment. Page of Rods. All right, so some people might be really curious, like, why are you doing this? Or why are you saying that or acting that way, and not really understanding. They're really sort of taking examination there of, like, what is your inspiration? Why? I'm just getting a lot of that more curiosity, like, what's gotten into you sort of energy. All right. And that's okay if not everybody understands what your Ten of Cups is, what your happiness is, right? It's because it's yours. We all have our own perspectives, our own hopes, wishes, and desires, right? So it's okay if not everybody understands. Like I said, this could even be, those close to you, your family. Like I said, maybe just, again, like, what's gotten into you? That's really the vibe I'm getting from that card. Let's see, did that one flip? Yes. All right, hopes and fears. Sometimes they're the same thing, right? The Tower. I know I already mentioned that once already here, or maybe twice. So you're hoping for a big shift. You're hoping for a shakeup. You're awakening. This is something you're hoping for, but you can also be afraid of it at the same time, right? Kind of rocking the boat that's back there with your choices, with your decisions. Again, maybe you do have a strong female or feminine energy in your life that you haven't really gone up against, or you haven't gone up against, you haven't disobeyed. I don't know if that's the right word, but that's kind of what it feels like, right? She feels really commanding, but now you're in this commanding energy as well. And that is going to shake shit up. Like I said, there could even be an argument coming in, right? Things get a little bit rocky or unsettled. All right, so you might be afraid of sort of that backlash from what comes from this, but you're also hoping for things to shift and change. And it could, again, be really sudden. I know I mentioned blurting something out here before. All right, so let's see potential outcome here. Knight of Pentacles. So we have a lot of, right, people involved in this, right? You're the Knight of Wands in the middle. Maybe the outcome is you turn into the Knight of Pentacles where, at first you go kind of blazing this new trail. Right? This could even be like, sort of feels like teenage vibes a little bit. Like, maybe you have an argument with your parents, even if you are a grown-ass adult, right? It happens. But the Knight of Pentacles then is moving forward slow and steady, making progress in a grounded way, right? This isn't just some, wild thought, totally crazy idea or path, right? You've put a lot of thought into whatever this is. And once you sort of get all of this out there, squirrel hanging out on my deck. And so maybe you don't get distracted, right? Maybe you keep taking methodical steps and planning and working towards what you want here. Yeah. With the star at the bottom of the deck, right? This can be about healing. This is maybe putting, again, your thoughts and feelings out there so they're actually known. This could be something that you do publicly as well. And it ends up being really exciting and something that has an opportunity for long term, right? Even though maybe that was something you were worried about before, like, can this sustain me? Is this practical, right? So you follow your inspirations and then you start taking those practical steps towards whatever that is. And that's where things start to align for you, right? The stars align. You feel more whole and healed. You feel happy and peaceful. Red birds and red feathers. I was going to say red flowers, but okay, red feathers too might be significant. All right, so a lot of really strong energy, not only in you, but in others, it feels like anyway in this reading. So I'd be curious, right, if this is your reading, how this might fit for you here. But that's what we've got here for this Capricorn season reading. All right, taking bold action towards what you want and then taking practical steps as well to continue to follow through. Right, putting in that effort, putting in that work, and maybe having a hard conversation with somebody, right? That could be shocking or that could shake shit up a little bit. So I don't know. That's what we've got for this Capricorn season reading. Super curious to see how this season shakes out. I hope there was something here for you. And until next time, peace.